Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kennedy and this is House Gustave. This is my channel where I talk about art and do art and take you along as I start my small business, which is officially live, by the way. You can go to housegustave.com if you want to check out what I have in stock. But this is a vlog where I will be throwing on the wheel and hopefully we get a recognizable shape. Okay. So I'm aiming for a bowl. Hopefully it comes out like a bowl. I'm pretty new at pottery. I really enjoy it though. I've done a couple classes and I'm really just trying to use the knowledge that I've gained to create things that I like and that hopefully other people will like also. And so please stick around and I hope that you enjoy. Also, a little side note, I did make a bowl earlier today. So I'm going to show that to you. I made this earlier today and I'm really proud of it. This is the biggest piece I've thrown. Typically, I'll throw smaller pieces of clay just because I don't want to waste it because I'm not reliable enough to guarantee that it's going to come out right. So I kind of have been working in like baseball sized hunks of clay. I went a little bit bigger this time just to kind of try to experiment. I did find that working with bigger pieces of clay is a little bit harder to center, but I am glad with what came out and I was able to remove it from the wheel pretty smoothly. So that's good. But anyways, all right, so I've cleaned up my wheel a bit and I'm going to show you what the piece is looking like. And then I'm going to trim the foot a little bit. So here's what it's looking like right now. I am going to let this dry for a few hours on the wheel. This is air dry clay. I'm going to let it dry and then I'll take it off once the surface has set a little bit more. Do I dare try to do a little bit more? Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. And And so after it dries for a little bit, I'll kind of brush over it with the sponge some more just to smooth it out a little bit, and then it'll be done. Okay, that's my bowl. It's pretty smooth, and I'm happy with it. The foot isn't too big, and I think I got it a little bit more level than the bowl I did earlier. It's definitely a chunky bowl, but I'm happy with it. I'm glad I was able to get, say it with me, a recognizable shape. Hooray! It was getting pretty messy on the wheel, but I think it came out pretty good. Okay, so I hope that you really enjoyed my second ever pottery vlog. I was worried that it wasn't going to come out okay, but I'm actually really happy with how it came out. I have clay in my hair. So, anyways, hope that you enjoyed. Hope that you stick around and become a subscriber. Like I mentioned earlier, you can check out my online store, housegustave.com, Housegu. I'm not going to spell, I'm going to put it on the screen. If you are so compelled to comment, please let me know if you've ever done pottery and if you have any tips or tricks that helped you improve your craft. I would really love to know. I am mostly messing around and finding out. But if you have tips, I would like to hear them. You can find me on Instagram at House Gustave Store. You can also find me on TikTok at House Gustave and on my website, housegustave.com. Don't forget to sign up for the email list. Also, let me know in the comments if you like my wall color. Let me tell you something. I love this wall color, okay? This is like my favorite color right now. It's the bomb. I was actually inspired by the cover of The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Let me actually get it for you because I think I have it. Yeah, I have it right here on my shelf. I've always been drawn to the dang, it's almost a match. I've always been drawn to this color green. I think it's really, really pretty. And I think on camera it looks a little bit more yellow. It looks a little bit brighter on camera than it does in person. But I like this color, but slightly more green. I think you call it like a green gold. But anyways, let me know if you like it. I like it. My husband and I just moved here. Like the first thing I did when we moved here was paint the walls. One day soon I can do like a more introductory video. I'm really pleased that I finally got a mic. What I didn't realize though is that it it's like a plug and play mic. And so like you plug the receiver into the device and then it's connected to the mic. But the receiver has a lightning plug and I have an iPhone 15 which has like the USB-C port. So instead of plugging it into my phone, I plugged it into my iPad, which has worse camera quality, but oh well. So right now I'm filming on my iPad. But when I was filming the actual pottery part, I was filming on my phone. If you cared. Yeah, but I'm like really obsessed with my wall color. And it looks so pretty on camera right now. Like, she bad. You can't tell me she not bad. But anyways, my name is Kennedy. I'm 26. No, I'm 27. I just turned 27 a few days ago. I'm 27 years old. I told my husband I'm just going to start saying I'm 30 until I'm 35. And then when I turn 35, I'm going to say I'm 35 until I'm 40. That sounds like a plan. Anyways, my name is Kennedy. I'm 27 years old. And art is what I like to do when I have time to do it. I think even as a kid, I always fancied myself as like an artsy person. Like I've always just been drawn to people who are good at art, and I've always been drawn to art making. Like some of the most memorable, dang, now that I think about it, some of the most memorable times in my early childhood were making art, watching someone else make art. When I was really little, my mom and I would go to the mall and they had this little pottery shop where you could pick out pottery and paint it in the store and then they would fire it for you and you could come back and pick it up. And I loved doing that as a kid. I loved it. Every time we went to the mall, I begged my mom if we could go. And I think we still have some of the things that we painted. I have a swan that I painted way back when. This is probably like 2002, 2003. Um and we also had this little dish with that we painted. Like my mom did most of the painting on this. Like it looks really pretty, but we have our names painted on it and like flowers, and it's just super cute. I've always loved art kind of from afar, but now that I'm grown and have my own space, I take it more seriously. It's hard to think of anything else I'd really like to do with free time. Having a creative outlet is good for your mind, good for your soul. It's just so meaningful, and I really feel happy that I'm able to have a dedicated space to do art, but also that I have some free time to be able to explore these kinds of things and figure out what kind of mediums I like and what kinds of styles of art I like. And it's just it's just really great self exploration, and it's also just really meaningful to practice a skill and get better at it. It could be a more technical skill or a more creative skill, but I feel really happy. Like I know for sure that I'm not like the best ceramicist on YouTube, but like what I made today, these two bowls that I showed you, are a lot better than what I was doing a month ago or 2 months ago. And so even though they're not like anything extraordinary, they're extraordinary to me because I am improving. I really love this little microphone. For some reason, it makes it easier to talk. So I guess I just wanted to like introduce myself. But yeah, I really hope that this reaches the right people. So even if you end up watching this video like 3 years after it comes out, still feel free to comment. I may still see it. Like, okay. So let me know, one, if you like my paint color. Only yeses will be accepted. Um, but also let me know if you have any good fiction recommendations, like fiction book recommendations. I'm kind of like stuck because, like I said, I'm in my late 20s. I loved YA as an adolescent. Like, I still love a lot of the books that I read as a teenager, but it is harder for me to get into a YA novel now because it's like I'm older. I feel like too often the conflicts in a YA novel are issues that just don't resonate with me as much as an adult. My sister came over the other day and my husband, and we were watching Never Have I Ever because she recommended it. And so we were watching Never Have I Ever. And so, like, like the main character, if you've seen the show. So the main character is a girl named Davy, and she's, I think, a sophomore in high school. She's like really trying to like be cool, right? Like one of the things that she said, I think in the first episode, was like, "Hey, we're not going to eat in the teachers' lounge anymore." And like as an adult, I'm like, that seems better though. It's quieter. She's trying to like change her friends to make them fit her idea of cool, right? But my issue is, what if they're already kind of cool? The things that like a teenager thinks are cool are often not what I think are cool. Like I'm kind of leaning into like an older person's idea of cool, I think. Like my idea of cool is like playing Sudoku and breakfast on the patio. Like my idea of cool is like what you just saw me do, like doing pottery on a Sunday evening. Like I don't have any kind of excitable I don't have any kind of exciting idea of cool. Yeah, so I say all that to say, if you have any good fiction books that a person in their 20s would like to read, please let me know. It's like I feel like there's such a jump between YA and like literary fiction. And then I feel like there's romance. And and let me know if you agree with this. Like every book cover looks the same now. Every book cover looks the same. And I feel like a lot of romance novels are kind of just hyper manufactured. Like they're just kind of like pumped out, like with not a lot of thought in them. Like super predictable, super one dimensional characters. I would love to see a well written romance. Something with like really good writing, really good characters, character development with actual surprises. Like a lot of romance novels, you could read the first 20 pages and you'll know how it ends immediately. Or like the dialogue just is trash. Like, don't nobody talk like that. My cat is trying to get under the door. He really trying to bust in here. I'm out of frame on purpose. Let me know if you have any good fiction novels. Something that, anyways, I didn't finish my thought. So I feel like there's such a huge jump between YA and like literary fiction because I feel like YA is for like high schoolers, maybe middle school. And then literary fiction is like, I was telling my sister this, like, I feel like literary fiction be like the whole story is like a man sitting on a sidewalk, and the whole story takes place in his mind while he's sitting on the sidewalk. And I'd be like, give me something, please. Give me something. Like, I don't know. I need something that's gonna hold my attention, but I need the characters to be a little bit older than high school, probably. Probably. I'm not saying that I couldn't still enjoy a novel about high school characters, but it's just kind of beyond me at this point. Your nerdy friends are actually really cool. I understand. I completely understand the desire to be cool. I used to want to be cool. But then I realized that it's better to be comfortable. Comfortable with you. Whatever you are is ultimately what you should strive to be comfortable with. If you like eating in the teacher's lounge, that's cool. Whatever you are is what you should try to be comfortable with. I think that's just what it is. It's like I can't, at my big age, I can't justify trying to be cool by somebody else's standard. Deep down in my heart, I like to go to international grocery stores and pick up sauces that I can't get at Target. And I like to walk around art galleries and the occasional thrift store. I like to sample silly little drinks when I go out to eat. As a matter of fact, my husband just bought me this book called Mocktail Party. Not a sponsor. As if somebody would be sponsoring me with my 18 subscribers. Anyways, but this is kind of cool. So I actually went to the store this evening to get some ingredients for us to try some tomorrow. Anyways, yeah. One thing about me is I'm a yap star. hmm I thought this was just going to be a pottery video, but something about having this mic in my hand makes me feel like I could talk forever. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that you feel loved. Real talk, like I know we just met, but I do hope that you feel loved. I hope that you did something today that made you feel happy or accomplished. I hope that you're looking forward to tomorrow. And I wish you all the best, truly. I don't have like a sign off. Um, anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.